YouTube, this is Wake Angel 2001. I've been struggling a bit with talking because of some throat issues. I wouldn't really call it a sore throat because there's no pain, but there's definitely a lot of dryness and occasional coughing, plus it feels like it could cut out at any time. So let's get ahead with XLukeVeitheHedgehogX's commission, which is his original character, LukeVei the Hedgehog. If any of you have been following me around for a while, you probably know that a character that looks like that can only really be made from a silver. I mean, you can just see the boot design alone probably clued you in on that. So the first thing to do was to sculpt on those little accoutrements. He seems to have that little triangle motif going on. So I had to sculpt all that stuff onto his boots, and his gloves as well required the modified cufflinks, and that was a pretty simple job with the repaint. The body modification didn't require me to cut anything off, but I did have to add. Because the silver figure basically has absolutely no neck, it's like his head and shoulders are almost connected to each other, I was unable to make a fabric scarf like I would with some other characters. So instead the scarf is sculpted in out of epoxy sculpt, and then his chest fluff goes on top of it as it did in the image. Once it's painted up, it actually looks really good. I think the scarf came out quite well. I even gave it a little bit of a wind billowing look. Like something that would look active, but also not too intrusive, so it won't interfere with the character's actual articulation. Of course, the head is where the most heavy modification had to go in. I had to cut off the rear spines and remove the forehead frond, and then sculpt everything new in place. First, the brow ridges, ears, and bangs, as well as filling in the forehead, and then I had to give that a chance to dry so I could sculpt the hair on the back. This character has some rather long Bishonen-y style hair and impressive sideburns as well. Fortunately, these sideburns pointedly curve forward so they don't interfere with the shoulders. That's good. So, yes, this two-phase approach is actually best so that you don't accidentally mush something you've already molded on the front of the head while you're trying to attach something to the back of the head. Keep that in mind if you plan on doing something like this yourself. So let's take a look at the completed LukeVei the Hedgehog. I think he looks pretty good. Not much to say here. Of course, since he's a silver figure, he's a little bit short, but, he still looks good. And, it's not like Sonic characters have to be super tall. Yes, this design actually works quite well. And the shoulders and those sideburns don't even clip into each other. Of course, his head motion is limited when his hair hits the back, but he still has a decent rotation, almost as far as the natural human range, which is all fine and dandy. And just like I'd hoped, the scarf that I made for him does not interfere with any of the articulation of his arms or legs, or even his waist, which still turns, so calling that a win. A good win. Yes, yes. Alright, I think I better end this here. My throat is starting to protest again. We'll see you next time.